Hello, what's up? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. My name is Ruel and I'm back with another reaction video. And today I want to make it as small as possible because people react based on what they are seeing. But now I want to give something different. I want us to do the analytics. We already know that Mr. Luis and the family are already in Kenya. They arrived yesterday and were received very well by Marwa at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Now, this is the funny thing. As me of making this video, already Marwa has already garnered that 93k views. Guess the average these negative reactors are getting? 2.5. I'll give them 3k views. Now, these are very short video, and I want us to look into the details, the analytics. Now, if you compare 93k to 3k, if you do your mathematics, because I know you're smart, we are talking about 93k divided by 3k is definitely that one. So it would take a negative reactor 31 days to get the number of views that Marwa has gotten in one video. So what does that tell you? These people are just extremely desperate for views. Extremely desperate for views. And there's a crazy guy. There's this guy by the name Ernest. I was watching his reaction video and it's crazy. Hey. So this guy apparently he's telling Marwa that he hasn't paid dowry, so he should never be calling Rocio his wife. And I find that absurd. This guy, if he's not having some mental breakdowns, I don't know. And I kind of guess the moment they joined YouTube, they kind of thought they're going to have a very massive reception. They're going to make it big like within a day. They thought Marwa has made it in a day, like his success was manufactured in a day. What they fail to understand is that this guy has been in the streets of YouTube for the last 9 years. I was looking at, today we said we're talking about analytics, and I was looking at some of his videos that he did 9 years ago. And the Ugana is low as 1.1k views, very small, because these are places where you have to take time. You really have to invest a lot of time in making those videos. It's not something you're just going to wake up today and you become successful tomorrow. Well, there are people who do that. There are people who become successful, and it seems like their success, they have an overnight success, but that's not that's not the truth. YouTube is a platform where you have to take a lot of time. You have to be patient. And that's one of the things these people are not willing to do. They're just jealous, to be honest. So Ernest was claiming that Marwa should pay dowry and that he intends to open a YouTube channel for Mr. Luis as a payment for dowry. And he advises Mr. Luis to go there and look and investigate to find out whether their daughter is being mistreated, which is absurd, to say the least. Everything Marwa and Rocio do, most of the things they do, they post it. So it's obvious. Their parents are not that dumb. They watch everything. They watch everything. So these claims by some of these idiots, I don't know. I don't know where they get their facts from. And that's one of the dangers of being illiterate. If you were to listen to somebody like Gintu, if First of all, the way he talks. And you keenly listen to what he says. Although I don't listen to him, I don't have time for that nonsense. Man, if you can't communicate effectively, I mean, there's no way we can't, me and you can't. I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised that some people have time for him. But that's not my point. My point is, as much as you can hate, at least try and identify some of the positive things that this guy has done for the community. Recently, no one, people already forgot that were it not for Marwa, Goko, and Brian would be in a very, very devastating situation right now. It's raining heavily in that community, well, all over the country. But again, people forget that were it not for that young man called Marwa, Goko and Brian would not be living in a very conducive environment as they are right now. As we are speaking, that's a life changed. Let's also consider, because today we are talking about analytics, let's also consider the impact he has. As we are speaking, we had Brian and we had Daniel. Now, right now, Daniel, he already started his project. His project is ongoing. Now he's about to roof his house. Mark you, Daniel's channel has not yet been monetized. But through donations and aid from Marwa's subscribers, obviously, I have to say that this guy has already built a house and is about to roof that house. Look at the subscriptions he has. It's almost 8K, close to what Gintu has. We are talking about we are trying to analyze the numbers because numbers do not lie. Now look at another guy called Mike Kizo. Mike Kizo, the first time I saw him on Marwa's channel was when they were making the Dimwangos road. That was the first time I saw him. And that's the first time we were introduced to, personally, that's the first time I was introduced to him, to his channel. Today, the guy I guess, I don't know, this last week, he came to say thank you to Marwa. He had 2 goats and 10,000 Kenya shillings. Mhm. That's the impact Marwa has on his community and people who are willing to work with him and people who are disciplined, who are patient, who are willing to take their time, work hard, be disciplined, and then everything's going to start working out slowly by slowly, pole pole, like they love to say. So for the negative reactors, they might as well continue hating, but I'm impressed, really impressed by the Mzee Hondari. Is it Hondari or Mondari? Mzee Hondari's family. I'm really impressed. And especially now that they're making videos back to back to back. People are hungry for their content. And the other amazing thing is the negative reactors, they have to wait for either Dim Wango or David Jr. or I Am Marwa to post a video for them to react. I'm telling you, if Dim Wango, David Jr. and I Am Marwa decided, you know what, we're gonna take a break for a whole week. I'm telling you, these guys would not pay even rent. These guys, their house, if they have loans, auctioneers will be knocking at their doors to get back their things. So again, I'm always gonna find Marwa being a positive guy. And he has his weaknesses too. Rocio has her weaknesses too. It's not like I don't see it, but I'm choosing to ignore because, first of all, there's no one who's perfect. Secondly, there are so many negative reactors. So I choose not to be negative. It's not beneficial for me, and then it's not part of me. And for those who are negative, I understand. Then showbiz, their content also has a ready market, but the ready market is, I mean, what's the point of hating and you're not even getting a lot of money out of it? 3K views, 3K views, and you're banking on that to make it on YouTube. Reacting is okay, but at least when somebody does something positive, I mean, you should be quick to also address that, to also admit something positive has been done. And people keep on complaining that, they're just doing that for views. So every day, so you won't tell me that I'm making these views so that I don't get views. It does not even make any sense. Of course, I'm doing it for it. As much as whatever I'm giving, it has value. You have to look at the other side of things. And by the way, people don't even talk about this analysis of figures and numbers. And that's what I like to talk about. Because numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Since Mr. Lewis came, and that video, and when Marwa was buying those hats, those tourist hats, he told that madam, go and check out this video because it's going to get 100 plus views. And as we're speaking, it has 93K views. And I'm really proud of that young Kenyan. I'm happy to see young Kenyans succeeding. The likes of the likes of It's Nasto, and others who have gone through Marwa's hands before. Priska Sagati, all those, and the new upcoming YouTubers, the likes of Mike Kizo, Lawin of Faith, Daniel, among others. I'm really, really proud of that. So you guys please keep subscribing, like and share. But more, keep subscribing. Take me to levels that I would not have imagined I would get by the end of this year. Cheers. See you on the next one.